Hi. So, it is the 1st of August and the Amazing Readathon has started. It's been a few months since I last did a full month reading vlog. I'm not certain at this stage whether this is going to be me restarting them for future months or whether I'm just doing it for August, but this month is the Amazing Readathon hosted by the amazing Bree over at Four Paws and a Book. And I'm really excited about this readathon. It has a lot of really fun elements, it has some amazing co-hosts that I really like, and I'm really excited about it, so I decided that I really wanted to do a vlog. So like I said, it is the 1st of August. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, and we got our first prompt today. Well, we actually got it yesterday, but we weren't allowed to do anything reading-wise until today. But we were allowed to plan. So, the first prompt is to read a book published by one of the top 5 publishing houses or an imprint thereof. And the book that I decided to go with is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. So this is published by Borough Press, which is an imprint of HarperCollins. So top one of the 5. Plus, as I mentioned in my TBR video, yellow on the cover, so I get points for that. R.F. Kuang is an American Asian author, so I get points for reading a book from a BIPOC author. It is one of the host favourites, so I'll get extra currency for that as well. So it felt like the book that would be a good one to start with. Plus I'd heard it was super easy to read, and it is. I read the first 96 pages this morning, so I actually went out for breakfast this morning, so I started reading this with my coffee in the first thing in the morning. Did some stuff around the house, had a shower, whatnot, got ready, went out, read some while I was having breakfast, then came back and read a little bit more. So it's not like I sat down and read an entire, just in one sitting without driving around and eating and doing things. So I feel like if I read 96 pages like that, then it'll be pretty quick to get through. I am really enjoying Yellowface so far. It's incredibly readable, and yeah, I think it's really well written and really great. So that's me for right now. I do have some other videos I'm going to film, so yeah, I'll talk to you a bit later. Hi guys, it is Friday afternoon and we just had a prompt drop. So the prompt where next pit stop is Mexico City, and to get to Mexico City we have to read a book with a beautiful cover. I was going to read Nettle and Bone for that, but I'm part of the yellow team and we lost apparently. So we have to read a indie or self-help book. So I've decided to go with Heirs of Power by Kay MacLeod. This is book 1 of the Constellation Saga. This is written by Kaz from Cats and Camera's sister, and I've had this on my shelf for quite a while, and I keep looking at it and thinking what a pretty cover it is, and haven't quite got around to it, so now seems like the perfect time. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be reading now. Guess what? I got a visitor! She was here just before when I updated, but she was having a little lie down, so I didn't want to say. But yay, I've got Lana visiting. For anyone who is wondering, Lana is the amazing friend that I met through BookTube. One of the amazing friends that I met through BookTube. And she runs the channel India Chords. Yes. So yeah, and other things. I'll put all the information in the description below. But yeah, we're hanging out for a few days while Lana's visiting in Tassie, and we're all very excited. We just spent the day watching Heartstopper, and all of Heartstopper, and I'll probably make her rewatch it because that's how I roll. And now we're just reading some books. Lana's reading Forestborn. That's for
prompt 1 of the Amazing
for the traditionally published, and it's green, and she's in team green.
Yeah!
Yay! So extra points for that. And I'm just about to start my book for prompt 2. So yeah, we're just gonna chill out here today. I don't know if we're gonna do stuff on the weekend. We haven't quite decided yet, but I think maybe I should show around a little bit instead of making her watch Heartstopper all day. Although
that is also
we could watch Heartstopper all day. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to say hello and surprise. And as you can see, we're both in our hoodies because it's that kind of day. But yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Show your puppy cup.
Mr. Pop Cup.
The pup cup.
Nutella hot chocolate.
Yum, yum, yum.
Because we all need it.
Hey guys, so I am in a bit of a weird mood. I'm not really in a particularly awesome reading mood. And I'm not really feeling the book that I started reading. I think it'll be great and I think I'll really enjoy it. So I put it down because I want to do it justice and because I have to read a indie book with a beautiful cover. I've actually decided to do a reread of Stand Still, Stay Silent Volume 1. I think this is a gorgeous cover. It is a post-apocalyptic graphic novel and it is indie, published indie. So yeah, I don't have a lot of indie books, really. I tend not to pay a huge amount of attention. And yes, the Indie Queen is currently staying with me, so I could borrow any of her books really, but I'm just not feeling any of them for some reason. So I don't know when the next prompt will drop, but it is Monday the... what date is it? Sorry. The 7th of August today, and the second prompt dropped on Saturday afternoon. So I feel like sometime tomorrow or Wednesday will probably be when the next prompt will drop. And I'm just worried with this mood that I'm in that I won't read anything in time for the next prompt to drop. And I'd rather read something and get us some points than not. I'm planning today as well on doing my reaction to Heartstopper videos, so that's going to be that I'm going to spend a lot of my time watching TV instead of reading. So I just feel like graphic novel is the way to go. Dinah had to do something in town today, so I'm just going to go across to a cafe nearby and get a coffee and wait for her, basically. So yeah, that's my plan, and I'll talk to you later. today, so it is Thursday the 10th, and Lana and I completely forgot to say goodbye for Lana. So yeah, Lana's gone home. It was amazing to have her here. We just relaxed and chilled and read and watched things, and it was really, really lovely to just hang out with her. So thank you, Lana. It was so awesome to have you. And yeah, as far as the Amazing Readathon goes, I am behind because I decided that I wanted to film a reaction video for Heartstopper Season 2, which I've done, and I've been editing that today, but it's taking a lot longer than I remember. It's just such a long process, and I'd forgotten basically how long that process would be. So I have not finished that, which means it's going to go up a week later than I planned it to, which is fine. But then also I'm behind, so I'm behind. So I'm halfway through Nettle and Bone, which I'm reading for the people on the cover, because it's got 3 skulls, and I was told that was okay. So I'm doing it. So I'm halfway through that. I'm hoping to finish it tonight or tomorrow morning, because my friend Michelle and I are going away for the weekend, and also the next prompt has dropped. So we'll see how we go there. I think I might have to go for comic or something for the next prompt as well, because I'm very behind and I'd like to catch up. But anyway, I'm going to go for a little walk around the block, and I thought I'd just update you a little bit. Sorry, this is once again, as per usual, an incredibly all over the place vlog, but I figure better to have some updates than none. It is Tuesday the 15th of August, and I thought that I would update you on how everything's going. So the weekend we just had was the face-off weekend, which was a weekend where rather than having specific prompts drop every few days, you had an entire weekend, and it was like the European Union face-off. And so you got a spinner wheel with a bunch of different countries on it, and then you would use the flag of that country to pick a book. And the idea was you could read multiple books, you could read hundreds of books, you could read, as many books as you possibly could to get points for your team. I didn't really participate like that. My friend Michelle and I had organised quite a while ago, before I knew about the Amazing Readathon, and specifically this weekend, that we were going to go and have a reading weekend. So I did vlog that, and that will have gone up before this goes up. It was kind of inspired by Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin's various vlogs, where he goes away and reads specific things. So we were going to have a mystery reading weekend. It's a winter here in Australia, and we thought that cozy mystery types, Agatha Christie type books were good for that kind of weather, cuddled up in front of the fire reading Agatha Christie type books. So that was what we had planned for quite a while to do. I still took part in the Face Off Readathon. I still did a spin. I got Ireland, and I will put the flag somewhere here. As you can see, the flag is green, white and orange. So I ended up reading Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian Flynn, I'm not sure. As I said in the mystery vlog itself, it is green here, white here, and yes, I'm using the sticker that is inset in the cover. It's not stuck on, it's actually part of the cover, although it's advertising that it's an author of Gone Girl, so it's one of those sorts of stickers. I'm using that for the orange. It is a thicker book. It is 421 pages, so it might not have been the best choice for the specific face-off weekend, but my friend and I, like I said, had already decided we were doing mysteries. We'd already decided TBRs. It just made sense to read this book. I really, really enjoyed it. None of the characters were nice. None of the characters were, all of them were horrible people, but it was a well-written book, so I enjoyed that one. I will link down below, obviously, the mystery vlog if you're interested in looking at that, so you can see what else we did, how we went, all of the things. But yeah, it was a really fun weekend, and I enjoyed the book. So, it's Tuesday, as I said. Face Off weekend finished yesterday morning, Monday morning for me at 10 a.m. Being in Australia, I'm like 12 hours ahead or something, or more. Yeah, more. I can't math today. We're 16 hours ahead. So it finished on Monday for me. And I did read, I didn't read anything else with Face Off, but I did do some sightseeing in London. So I read volume number 5 of The Sandman comics by Neil Gaiman, which I've been slowly reading, and the series is based on Greek mythology and Christian mythology, so I think that works. So, the prompt dropped yesterday at 10 for me, and the next prompt we are going to Rome, and we are reading a romance. So I decided I was going to read More Happy Than Not. I got that out of the library and I started it yesterday, but then my Ko-Fi read is Like Real People Do by E.L. Massey, and that is another romance, and I started reading that last night, and it's super easy and quick to read, and so I was reading it this morning. I'm halfway through, so that's actually probably going to be my book for that prompt, and we'll potentially sightsee if we have enough time. I do have to do some edits, and I'm filming right now, etc., so we'll see. But yeah, that's how the vlog is going. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'll talk to you later. Look at this helpful kitty. Isn't she so helpful? She's purring. Such a lovely kitty. Aren't you? I'm just a show. You can probably hear she's purring. I just realised she was on the microphone. Hi, it is Thursday the 17th, and our next prompt just dropped. We are in Santorini, or we're heading to Santorini, and the prompt is that we need to read a book that takes place somehow on the coast. So I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and read Homegoing by Ya Gyasi, because it fits all of the bonuses. So it fits the prompt because it says from the Gold Coast of Africa, so Gold Coast. It's also yellow, so I get a bonus for that, and it was written by a BIPOC author, so I get a bonus for that. It's not super long, it's 300 pages long, although the writing is quite small, but there again, the book itself isn't huge. So I'm hoping it won't take super long to read. And then I have Anne of Green Gables as a potential for a sightseeing book, because it takes place on Prince Edward Island in Canada, and apparently Avonlea was inspired by a real place, which I can't remember the name of, even though I just looked it up, that is on the coast. I was going to read this as my travel book, but it's green. And then I thought I'll check Homegoing just in case it has coast, and it does, and it's yellow, and it's written by BIPOC authors, so it hits those things. But if I don't, I've got some leeway there. So I finished my romance book yesterday, which was Like Real People Do, and put it through for the prompts, and then for the and then put it through for Rome. And then I read Heartstopper Volume 3, which is also a romance, and so that worked for a sightseeing book. It is predominantly yellow on the cover, so I thought that worked, and it got me bonuses. So yeah, that's how I'm going there. I'm going to do some filming just now, and yeah, we'll see how we go. I do want to read some of Homegoing at some point today, but I want to film and possibly edit and do some other things, so we'll see how we go. But I just wanted to update you on how all of that's going, and yeah, I'm going to, like I said, film a couple of videos now, so I'll check in with you in a little bit. It is Tuesday evening. There's Peanut. It is Tuesday evening, the 22nd of August, and this last few days haven't gone super well for my reading. So last time I saw you guys, I had said that I was going to read Homegoing by Ya Gyasi, but then I was in Meredith from Reading with Merbs Sprints, and I mentioned I was reading it, and her and a couple of other people said they loved it, but it was really hard hitting. And I was in a bit of a reading slump, but also just a general kind of life slump, as you will have already known if you've watched my mental health video. My mental health hasn't been that great recently, so I put it down and I picked up Anne of Green Gables instead, which I did read. Then we got the prompt to read a book, a historical fiction, or something that has like a historical, something set in the past in the book, and I was going to pick up Homegoing, but I just didn't feel like it because of what they said. I just don't want, like, I've heard that it's really, really amazing, and I really want to give it its due, and I don't want to read it at a time where potentially I'm not quite, sorry, that was my finger that whole time, potentially I'm not quite that sort of able to read it. So I hadn't figured out what to do, and then I worked yesterday and today, and we had a lot of stuff on Sunday, so I actually didn't end up reading anything. I think I finished Anne of Green Gables on Sunday morning, but I didn't end up picking up another book the rest of Sunday and yesterday. And then another prompt dropped today, which was to read a book with like cursive script on the cover, or in the title, or in the author's name or something. So I've decided to go with the Thursday Murder Club. I was just in the mood for it. I was in the mood for something kind of cozy. I mean, I know it's murder, but it's going to be like a cozy mystery, not hugely graphic or anything. So yeah, and I started it this afternoon, and I've read 42 pages, so I think it'll read quite quickly, which is what I was expecting. It is 387 pages long. 90 pages long. So it's not super long. I think I'll read it quite quickly, hoping that I'll be able to read it before the next prompt. So I decided to skip. You're supposed to read in order, but we have a fast forward, so we can skip a prompt. So I decided to skip the prompt that I didn't read at all, and then we should get another prompt on Friday, but by then it'll be almost the weekend, so hopefully I'll be more able to read on the weekend, so it won't matter if I've used my skip card, my fast forward card. So yeah, that's how that's going. But anyway, I'm working this week. I was supposed to teach Prep 1 class all week, but I ended up doing a 2-3, what used to be my class, on Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm doing Prep 1 for the rest of the week. So it's going to be a busy week. That's okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go and